What's up, friends, fellow card collectors? Card Obvious here, and today we are going to go through my football binder. Back at the end of 2019, I did a kind of a binder video for each of my baseball binders, which I had four of. I only got one football binder. Got a lot less football than I do baseball, mainly because I mostly focus on collecting baseball. I like ripping football, but not at the volume that I enjoy ripping baseball. So I didn't do a football binder video at the end of 2019, mainly because my football binder wasn't really organized. I didn't have a lot of the stuff in here. I just had football just kind of laying around everywhere. You know how it goes. But I finally got, all my football cards sorted into a binder, at least the stuff that's going to stay in here. So, quick overview of my football collection. I do collect Miami Dolphins, and I collect former Miami Hurricanes football players. I used to have a lot more football cards than this, but I had the great purge of 2017 where I got rid of almost everything I had. But I did keep some of my football stuff, but a lot of the lesser players and stuff I donated away or sold. But let's just go through this real quick. This binder probably won't take that long to go through. I actually have some Allen and Ginter in the back here as an insert set of Allen and Ginter I put together a while back. Probably one of my favorite Allen and Ginter sets. But anyways, let's get into the football. So here's the oldest football card I got. It's a 1968 Topps Nick Bonicatti. He's with the Patriots here, but Bonicatti's mainly known for his time with the Dolphins. I think he was part of a trade that sent him to the Dolphins, and he was a centerpiece of that no-name defense in those great early 70s Miami Dolphins teams. The only Miami Dolphins teams to ever win a championship. So Nick Bonicatti, rest in peace, passed away not too long ago. This 1970 Topps Paul Warfield, this actually came from Reindeer Studios. So Scott up at Reindeer Studios sent me this card, sent it to me in a Christmas card just out of the blue, and I really appreciate that. So that became the second oldest football card I had. Here's a 71 Topps Larry Zonka. I think I bought this off RSR. 1976 Ted Hendricks. And here is a 1978 Jim Longer. I think I got that out of one of BITG's breaks. Yeah, I think I got quite a few of these from I think all these came from Big Harv right here. All these 1983 Topps. Baumhauer, McNeil, Tony Nathan, Ed Newman, Joe Rose, who has a radio show down there in South Florida. David Woodley, the quarterback that got replaced by Dan Marino. Dan Marino came into camp and pretty easily beat out David Woodley. So 83 all the way to 85 with Tony Nathan here. It's my only 85 card. The iconic 86 Topps set. Here's a Marino. I don't have the actual base Marino from this set. Mark Clayton, Dwight Stevenson, Hall of Famer. Then you're to 87 Topps. Roy Foster, Dwight Stevenson. This is Fleer. This is 88 Fleer, I think. Yeah, because 88 Fleer and this is 88 Topps right here. Mark Duper. I mean, how many wide receivers do you remember that ran around in the old two-bar helmets? Dwight Stevenson right there. Jim Kelly. Of course, Jim Kelly played at the University of Miami. So that's 1988 Topps Jim Kelly. Here's a 1990 action-packed Jim Kelly. Bob Greasy for the Swell Pro Football Hall of Fame here. Swell Greats, I think that set's called. 90 Fleer. Jeff Dallenbach. Here's a 90 Score. Mark Duper. Here's a Ted Hendricks Hall of Famer. Ted Hendricks, of course, former University of Miami player. Cortez Kennedy, former University of Miami player. It's another Ted Hendricks from Pro Set. 1990 Hall of Fame selection. Here's some more 90 Pro Set. Jim Jensen, he was a Swiss Army knife for the Dolphins back in the day. He'd play any position, halfback, tight end, wide receiver. He'd line up at quarterback every once in a while. I think he punted a few times. But just all-around football player, just Swiss Army knife. They moved him around the offense. The great coach Don Shula, winningest coach of all time. Jim Longer, Super Bowl Superman card there. Um, some more 90 tops here. Really not really super popular players. Jeff Cross was a solid defensive end for a long time. Louis Oliver was a really good safety for those early 90s Dolphins. I think he held the record for longest interception return for a little while. Sammy Smith was a really good running back, but would fumble it all the time. Had the fumbleitis. The Mark Clayton right here. Here's another Jim Jensen. Here's Cortez Kennedy. I think it's a Cortez Kennedy rookie card, but don't quote me on that. This is the Enor Hall of Fame cards, I think these are called. Enor Hall of Fame. Bob Greasy, sorry, losing my words. 91 Fleer, you may remember this. I did a video on this. This is a card that actually comes from my childhood. The first pack I ever bought with my own money was this 91 Fleer Dan Marino. And this card means a lot to me because it reminded me of home after I moved away from Florida. Ultra All-Stars Dan Marino, regular Ultra Dan Marino, Pacific Dan Marino. Here's a J.B. Brown. Don't even remember J.B. Brown, but he's in a Dolphins uniform. So Mark Duper, 91 score. Here's a Pro Set Jimmy Johnson when he was coaching the Cowboys, but of course he coached the Miami Hurricanes before that. Jimmy Johnson is very much a Florida guy now. I mean, he grew up in Arkansas and he coached at Oklahoma, coached in Dallas, but he loves South Florida. He lives down there, frequents the Keys quite often. Don Shula, there's some Jim Kellys. I think one of these, like, one's an error and one's not. I think it's on the back. Let's see, where's the error? Oh yeah, one has the football right here and the other doesn't. So they're similar cards on the front. Here's a Shula wins his 300th victory. Pro Set Platinum Shula, Pro Line Shula. Here's another Cortez Kennedy, 91 tops. Randall the Thrill Hill right here. Of course, he'll always be remembered to me as when they played Texas in the Cotton Bowl. He caught a touchdown and continued running down the tunnel and then turned around and started shooting finger pistols back onto the field. It's pretty hilarious. If you want to see that, just look up Randall Hill's touchdown versus Texas. Here's another Jeff Cross. This is Steve DeBerg and Dan Marino. I don't know if you can see this very well because where I got my camera set up, but this is their shorts are hilarious on this card. Here's Cortez Kennedy looking like he killed a Patriot here. Domino's quarterbacks, one of those oddball sets, Bob Greasy. Here's some Pacific Bob Greasy's right here. Here's a Jim Jensen looking for a place to stand somewhere on the field. I got some Stadium Club here. J.B. Brown, John Offerdahl played a long time. Here's another Louis Oliver. Keith Jackson, really good tight end. Pete Stoyanovich was a really good kicker. Here's Louis Oliver. Brian Cox was a very, 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 very good linebacker, but really had attitude issues. Mark Clayton, I think this was right before he went to Green Bay. And then here's a power draft pick, Gino Torretta. Of course, Gino Torretta won a Heisman at the University of Miami, but never amounted to anything in the NFL. Let's see, where am I here? This is a 93 Bowman foil, Jim Kelly. Here's a Mark Higgs, 93 tops, 94 Fleer, Cortez Kennedy, Jeff Cross, Bob Greasy. This is a Roger Staubach set. This is also from the Roger Staubach set. It's a Pog. Bob Greasy and Doug Williams on here. Gene Atkins. Who is that down here? Michael Stewart. I don't remember him. Moving on through. These are Destiny Dynasty. I think these were. I'm not sure if these were inserts or a subset. I think it was an insert set. Stadium Club Dynasty and Destiny. You got Randy White and Cortez Kennedy on here. Another Jim Kelly right here. Score. I think that's Score, ain't it? Yeah, offense incorporated Score. That's right. Tim Bowens, really good defensive tackle. Warren Sapp rookie cards, I believe. Great former Miami Hurricane. Here's some Dan Marino checklists down here. Michael Irvin, another former Miami Hurricane. Another Dan Marino, Jim Kelly, the Warren Sapp finest. Cortez Kennedy, a couple more Dan Marinos. Cortez Kennedy, here's a Jason Taylor in his Akron uniform. Got quite a few of these Collector's Edge Extremes. I believe I bought a box of these back when I was collecting. Might have got these at the end of 2016. Ray Lewis, Michael Irvin, Dan Marino, Jason Taylor, Cortez Kennedy, and Warren Sapp. This one has 3 former Miami Hurricanes on it. You got Vinny Testaverde, Russell Maryland, and Michael Irvin. Here's the same card. It's a little different design, and it's blue. Here's a Jason Taylor Topps card. Aurora, 1999, Michael Irvin. 2000 Topps, Warren Sapp, Dan Marino. 2000 Upper Deck, Jim Kelly right there. Pretty cool card. 2002 season ticket, Warren Sapp, another Warren Sapp. Ray Lewis Fleer Tradition, rookie debut, Reggie White. I said Reggie White, Reggie Wayne, excuse me. Not Reggie White, Reggie Wayne. That's from 2005, Jason Taylor. This is Adrian Peterson. Not the Adrian Peterson that played at Oklahoma and played with the Vikings. This was the Adrian Peterson that came in the league before Adrian Peterson. I actually went to college with him. He went to Georgia Southern. Authored one of the greatest runs in Georgia Southern history. All you gotta do is look up Adrian Peterson, Georgia Southern, their run, and he absolutely just barrels a team. Definitely goes beast mode before there was beast mode on that. Here's a Jason Allen authentic signatures. This came from DFD. Thank you, DFD, for that. Here's Edgerrin James when he was with the Cardinals, former Miami Hurricane, along with McGahee, Lewis, Ricky B. Ricky. Dan Marino. Here's Ed Reed, another great Miami Hurricane. Jason Taylor, Jeremy Shockey, another Hurricane. Here's Chad Henne holding the football in a pretty conspicuous place there. Ed Reed, Willis McGahee, prestigious pros, Ronnie Brown, Devon Bess, Greg Camarillo, of course, remembered for scoring the touchdown that won the Dolphins one game when they went 1-15, prevented the 0-16 season. Here's another Ricky B. Ricky. Check down Chad Henne. Here's a Koa Misi longevity parallel. This one is numbered to 99. Great Miami Hurricane Frank Gore, Ronnie Brown X-Fractor here. Bob Greasy with Purdue here. These are the Upper Deck collegiate cards. Jim Kelly at Miami. Another Frank Gore. Another Bob Greasy reprint. Jim Kelly. I think those are from Archives. Back when Topps made cards. Topps Platinum Jimmy Graham. Miami Hurricane tight end and power forward. Here's an acetate card for Jimmy Graham. This is from Prestige. A couple scorecards here. Ed Reed, Ryan Tannehill, Jimmy Graham, Ray Lewis, Jim Kelly, Dan Marino. Frank Gore Archives. These are Gridiron Legends. Dan Marino, Jim Kelly. Another Frank Gore, Jimmy Graham. Reggie Wayne, Jimmy Graham. No Sean Moreno. His one season with the Dolphins. Ryan Tannehill, Ed Reed with the Jets. Stephen Morris, former Miami Hurricane quarterback with the Jaguars. Damian Williams, who had an amazing Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs. Actually thought he was the MVP of that game for the Chiefs. But he was drafted by the Dolphins. Here's Kenny Stills with the Dolphins. Donkey Kong Sue, Gridiron Heritage, Jim Kelly Red. Moving on through, here's a Paul Warfield. He's with the Browns in this picture, but that's a Paul Warfield autograph. Ray Lewis. Duke Johnson, Miami Hurricane running back. Franchise Black, Tannehill. It's an Absolute Jarvis. Dan Marino, Legends of the Shield. Smokin' Jay Cutler is a Frank Gore with the Colts. Another Jarvis. Cameron Wake. I need to pick up some more Cameron Wake cards. That dude's a fan favorite in Miami. Jay Ajayi. Here's an Alan Hearns Press Proof Blue. Miami Hurricane. Devontae Parker, Charles Harris. Devontae Parker really had a really good season last year. Here's a Raekwon McMillan at a $4.99, an Isaiah Ford at a $99. Very shiny cards there. Ryan Tannehill Optic. Ajayi, Landry. Here's another Raekwon McMillan rookie card. Score Drive Team with Greasy, Zonka, and Warfield. Dan the Man, Jarvis, Rashad Jones Red, regular Rashad. Jay Cutler Select Blue. Oh no, that's numbered. It is numbered. At a 149. Most of these nice refractors and stuff actually came from people here in the community. Jeff Airtime sent me some, and Big Harv sent me quite a few, and DFD sent me a very nice Dolphins lot, and I thank you because, I was almost ready to put my football collection just totally on the back burner when I came back into the hobby, and then y'all sent me these great Dolphins cards. I was like, you know what, I love this. Got to keep collecting football. I love football. It's my favorite sport. Just not my favorite sport to collect. Here's a Jarvis Landry Unparalleled, an absolute revolutionary. Dan the Man. Two Devontae Parkers, the blue and the regular. This is a Durham Smythe rookie card. Laramie Tunsil, he's now in the Texans. Kiko Xavier Howard. Mike Gesicki, rookie card. Devontae Parker is another Dan Marino. Dan Marino, Tannehill, Kenyon. Dan Marino of Pittsburgh. Here's a Legend Series Michael Irvin. Very shiny. Jerick McKinnon, another Georgia Southern player. I need to start picking up some more Georgia Southern players. Adrian Peterson, the other Adrian Peterson, not the AD, Adrian Peterson. McKinnon and Matt Breida. Those are probably the ones that you would know the most from the league. Press proof Balaj. I don't think he's going to really do much with the Dolphins. He's really got to change up his running style and get better. Gesicki rated rookie. Devontae Parker optic. Drake. It's a Minka rookie. Kind of sad the Dolphins traded Minka away. But he didn't want to stick around for the rebuild, so begged to get out of there. Dolphins traded him to the Steelers. Gesicki optic. Origins Kenyon Drake. This one's out of $2.99. Jerome Baker rookie. Phoenix playoff heroes. Dan Marino. This Baker's $2.99. Drake Amendola. Cameron Wake. Minka. Jerome Baker rookie. Kenyon Drake red, white, and blue. Some regular prisms here. Kiko Frangor. Amendola, Balaj, Minka, both of those are rookies. Jerome Baker, rookie. Kenyon Drake, action pack. I think it's a red. I don't know if that's parallel or not. Tannehill, another Minka rookie. Jerome Baker, rookie. Here's a Contenders, Michael Irvin. Legend Series, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Jim Kelly, Jimmy Graham, Drake. Christian Wilkins. Here's a Christian Wilkins from Luminance. That one's numbered out of 275. I bought that one at Deafness's auctions. Josh Rosen, who I don't think really is going to amount to much in Miami. I feel sorry for him because he's just had 2 years, both of them behind really bad offensive lines. Hopefully he learned something from Fitzpatrick, Hopefully he can compete with whatever rookie quarterback the Dolphins draft this year because, if he can't beat out a rookie that's incoming, whether it be Justin Herbert or Tua or whoever the Dolphins end up drafting, Josh Rosen may end up get traded again. There's Kenny Stills, there's Stained Glass, Dan Marino, Christian Wilkins, Preston Williams. This guy I'm really high on, Preston Williams. He is going to be a beast in the league. Got injured last year, but he was starting to turn it on. He absolutely dominated in training camp and really started to come on in the season, ended up getting injured. Travis Homer probably won't do much in the league, mainly special teamers. But here he is in his Miami Hurricanes gear. So that is my football collection. Oh, I got this Jim Kelly triple folder. I forgot about that. Pretty cool cards here. Triple folder, Jim Kelly. I don't know if you've seen these before. Looks like one card, but you could open it up. So you got Jim Kelly. Here he is running the football. Back, gives you 3,382 passing yards in 1993. Made him the 7th quarterback in history to throw for 3,000 yards in 6 seasons. So pretty cool Jim Kelly triple folders there. This one back in here. Need to pick up some more so I can actually fill up this big page. And as I was saying, there's some Allen and Ginter here in the back. This is I can't remember what it's called. The Ascent of Man. So one thing that's cool about these cards, it's one continuous picture. If you go from left to right, if you lined them up, it'd be one continuous picture all the way through. So it's pretty cool. You could kind of see how it continues on here. I just like the way this looks in the binder, you know, because like the picture continues right here. So each of these pictures is consecutive, so it looks like one tree. You know, continuous pictures. Continues moving on, and then you end up with Modern Man. So one of my favorite Allen and Ginter insert sets. The History of Flight that came out in last year's Allen and Ginter is the same way. You can line them all up and they come out just like this. So I was thinking about picking up the History of Flight, but the only problem is they're all horizontal cards, so it wouldn't look as good as these do in a binder, because they're all horizontal. But yeah, so that's my football binder. Oh yeah, real quick, I gotta show. I'm taking these out. Here's some cards I don't have in the binder because they're jersey cards or whatever. Got a Derek Hagan, Ricky Stitches, Ted Ginn Jr., Ricky jersey, Ryan Tannehill Studio Series jersey. You may remember, you actually saw me pull out this out of a random pack of Donruss. This one's numbered out of, it is numbered. It's kind of hard to see, but it's numbered out of 25 right there. This patch is sick. This came from DFD. I absolutely love this patch. Look at that 4-color patch. Mike Gesicki, 4-color patch jersey out of 50. Beautiful card from DFD. Thank you. This card I bought off of Jimmy Guns. I think it's the only card I've ever bought off Jimmy Guns. But it's called, man, these are hard to read. Ricky Idols. So it's Jimmy Graham and David Njoku, two Miami Hurricanes tight ends. And this Brian Hartline Certified Red. I've actually pulled this out of a Fairfield box last year. Nice little Certified Red Brian Hartline. Need to give me some more Fairfield football. Seem to have more luck pulling some cool stuff out of the Fairfield footballs than I do the baseballs. But yeah, that was my binder. Appreciate y'all hanging out and watching this. I know I've been uploading a lot of videos lately and a lot of long videos. So I appreciate y'all's patience with me. I will be having more stuff coming out. Of course, tomorrow I will be going live to do the giveaway stash. That'll be a real short stream, just enough to do the giveaway stash. So just come hang out, say hi, see who wins the giveaway stash, the February giveaway stash. And yeah, so look, I don't even have a cover on here. It's still got the regular Avery when I bought it. But yeah, so hopefully I can get this to grow a little bit. Maybe I'll actually fill it up by the end of the year. But I probably won't go too gung-ho on football. There's just so many products, you know. It makes it hard to collect when, you know, you don't have endless means to collect. Kind of a different view here. When you don't have endless means to collect and you want to collect baseball and football, you know, you get expensive if you want to collect multiple products. So I try to stay on the budget side. That's why I offer budget breaks. Budget breaks, ding ding. Yeah, appreciate y'all watching. Keep an eye out for my channel. I still got I want to do my Heritage print run series, or not a series. It's just gonna be one video talking about the print runs of Heritage and quick hitters and more Fairfields and more collecting fun stuff coming up. So appreciate all y'all watching. This is the Card Obvious. Remember, you can only control two things. That's your thoughts and your actions. So stay positive. Keep ripping them packs. Keep filling them binders. Be awesome. Be awesome to others. Put together a puzzle or two. It's fun. Ain't that right, Warren? But I appreciate y'all watching. I'll catch you later. Peace.